In this session, we are going to focus on the leads, specifically how leads should enter your Zoho CRM, how they should be handled, and what you need to be aware of before you start customizing your CRM. If you're receiving leads from your website, any kind of advertisements, forms, emails, or maybe a manual entry, this video is especially important. We're going to talk about how leads are supposed to work, how to follow up properly with your leads, and why small mistakes at this stage create big problems later on with your pipelines and future reporting. If you're tempted to skip ahead in the series, please don't. This is a short session, but getting leads right is one of the highest impact things you can do in any CRM. Very quick intro in case this is the first time you see from me. My name is Lior Izik. I am a business automation specialist and the founder of Amazing Business Results. We are a premium Zoho partner with offices in the US, Canada, and Europe, supporting small and medium-sized businesses since 2013. And we currently hold the most 5-star reviews in the world. Okay, so let's begin with the demo. In the previous lesson, I talked to you about the leads, contacts, accounts, and deals and the relationship between them. If you missed this lesson, you need to watch it before you watch this one, okay? Now, whenever you have leads coming from multiple places, so let's say I'm going to Amazing Business Results. Okay, let's go to the website. Good. So let's assume that someone goes on your website and this person will go to Get Started. They will have some kind of a form or they will have some kind of a chatbot. All those options eventually will land into one place and that will be your lead system. So leads coming from trade shows, coming from website, SMS, phone calls, DM, social comments, WhatsApp, any place in the world will go to one place and it will be here. The basic way that Zoho works is that you will have on the left top, you will have a views dropdown. That means that if I will go to all leads, I will see leads that came from any point in time in history. Most businesses will have thousands or even more leads across multiple years. In this case, you probably don't want to see all the leads in your system. You want to see leads that you need to take care of them, okay? And in that case, you will need to build a view. So this is where we're starting. It's or that you will go, you click on New Custom View, and you will create a criteria here, or you will just go with the basics, and you will click on all leads, and then you will go to today's leads. Today's leads will show you only the leads that came today. This is the basic way that Zoho works, which I do not work like that. Later on, I will show you a different system, makes more sense to me. But anyway, this is how any CRM out there functions, okay? You will have those views, and those views will show you the leads. My problem with this view is that let's assume that I forgot to contact one of the leads today. Tomorrow, this lead is not in the view anymore because it's not today's leads. So I'm not sure I'm a big fan, but this is how CRM systems in general work, not only Zoho. Whenever you are trying to work on a lead, you will click on the lead itself and you will see a few things. On the left side, on the white area, you will see the related list. Those will be anything related to the lead. Emails that were exchanged with this lead, any products related to this lead, any attachments that been uploaded, campaigns that this person came from, social media messages, and so on. The more you evolve your system, the more you will have more related lists with more options. Okay, SMS messages, WhatsApp, and so on. Everything in one place. Now, if I scroll up and I go to the system itself, you will see that you have here the what we call a business card. Those will be 5 items that you can change, you can manage them, and you can have here the top 5 fields that you would like to see. For example, the email address. Who is the person that is in charge of this lead? In this case, I am the salesperson. I'm in charge of this lead. Phone number, mobile, lead status. You might be working with long sales cycles. In that case, probably you want to have the title up here. In order to do that, you click on those 3 buttons and you click on Customize Business Card. And in that case, you can select up to 5 items. So let's assume I don't want the mobile, but I do want, for example, the industry. I will click on Save, and now you will see it here. Okay. You can also click on the Customize, and you can also drag and drop them to different places. No problem at all. On the right side, if I will activate ZIA, which is artificial intelligence, it will show me different things here. For example, when is the next time I need to contact this person? This is a fake lead, so I won't see anything. But if you will have real people, real leads, you can enrich the data using Zoho CRM, which means it will tell you what company they work with and more information, the phone number and so on. And you can also see when is the best time to contact these people on a phone call or email. Okay, they have their own artificial intelligence that giving you this information, and I can tell you that it works very nicely. On the bottom, you will have a bunch of fields. In addition, for example, you will have the title, where this person came from, if they have any kind of revenue for the company, if they opt out or we want to opt out them from emails, and more and more. All those fields can be rearranged, customized, and changed, which I will show you later on in this mini series how to do it. Okay, it's very simple to do. You don't need a developer, you don't need to pay for it. Whenever you are working on the lead and you qualify the lead, as an example, this lead right now came in, and let's change the status to maybe a new lead. So new lead will be none, so there is no status. So let's assume that this is a new lead that just came in. The first thing I want to do is give them a phone call. So I will take my phone, I will have a phone call, and then after the call, it's or that this person said, I want to talk to you next week, I'm busy right now, and then the status will be changed to contact in the future, and I will click on the check mark to lock it down. Or this person will talk to me and we have an active conversation. In this case, it will be considered as contacted. It might be that this person didn't answer. In this case, it will be attempt to contact. Okay, and then I will lock it down. Or it might be that this person just offer me SEO services or some crazy offer that is completely not related to my business. And that will be junk lead. It might be that this person is a good lead, but they want to have my services. I'm explaining that I work only in the New York area, and they will say, yeah, I'm from Boston. Not gonna work. So I will select lost lead, and the reason for losing it will be out of area, which later on I will show you how to do it as well. Okay? So the lead status, it's a way for you to let the world know, or your company know, what happened with this lead. This is currently very manual, which I don't like at all. I prefer it to be step-by-step approach, which I will show you in a few minutes, a different system, but this is out of the box. This is how it works. Most businesses out there work exactly as I showed you. If, for example, this person, let's say that contact in the future, I need to contact this person. I will create a task. I don't like the task as well. Probably you ask yourself, you don't like anything about the system, why are you still using it? I do love the system. It's the best system out there, but it needs to be customized. And this is what we are doing in those videos. If you will go to the left side, you will see that you have open activities. I will click on the plus button and then I will create a task. The task will be call back Lior, or in this case, Carissa. Beautiful. Call back Carissa, and it will be tomorrow. Okay, and I will write here save, and you can see that I have here a callback for tomorrow. If I will go to the lead system, you can see that I have Carissa. Let me just refresh the page. Probably there is another task for Carissa. This is why you see today on beside Carissa. Let's check it out. So I will go to the open activities, and you can see that there is a task for today. Actually, it's a meeting. I will go ahead and delete this meeting, and I will go back to the leads. Beside Carissa, you can see that on the 17th, I have a callback that I need to do. Okay. One more thing that you can do is you can go to the task system, and it will be here on the left side. And then you can see what's not started, and that will be the call to Carissa. You can also have here in the all tasks, you can have my open tasks for today. So that will be this one. And then you can see that you don't see Carissa because Carissa will be only tomorrow, but this is exactly how it's going to work. You will have it not started, you will have Carissa, you can click on it, you can have your phone call, and when you're done your task, you can click on close task, mark as completed, and now this task will be gone from the list. This is the conventional way that any CRM out there works. We designed a completely different process that I want to show you right now, okay? So this is how you work with leads in Zoho CRM. By the way, you have more things that you can do. For example, if I talk to Carissa and right now she's saying that she's going to Florida for a few days and she will come back later, I will click on the note section. I will add a note. Okay, I talked to Carissa and she will be back from Florida next week. Now, the reason that you want to collect those notes is that everybody in your company can know what's going on, but also when you're calling Carissa next week, you probably would not remember what she did. And you can say, hey, Carissa, I know that you're in Boston, super cold right now. How is Florida this time of the year? And she will say, it's amazing. You remember me. Okay. So this is why you want to capture all the notes. There is one more component here that is Zoho Sales IQ. If you will have people that are on your website, you can see which pages they visited, or if they had any kind of communication with you using a chatbot, you can also see it here. So it's a very nice system that lets you know what people are doing on your site. Let's move to a different system. So right now we finished what I want to show you about the lead system, but I'm going to show you now a system that we are working with that is a bit different than what you see here. Okay, so this is a system that we have, and if you will look here, we have my today's follow-ups. You will see follow-ups that are for today, as an example, okay, December 16, but you have also follow-ups that are before, which means the system knows which leads I'm supposed to follow up with and which one I forgot. And the ones I forgot are also in my today's follow-ups. Super important, right? You won't miss them. Let's create a new lead. So let's assume the lead came from one of the sources. And let's click on save. First of all, you can see the view is a bit different. The view that you have here, it's a view that works for us. You can see here what's next for this lead, what you need to know about the lead, and all the communication, phone number, email, and mobile. If you have more, you can add. The area that we have the to-do, call the person to do something, everything is here with what we call a blueprint, which is a playbook. Below that, for example, I have text messages that I can send and receive from the customer. And instead of having on the left side a billion things, I will have here the email, the notes, attachments, work drive, which is like a Dropbox. I will have everything that I need on the bottom. So it's all condensed into one area and I'm not overwhelmed working with this view like that. Let's assume that right now this lead came in. I need to work with the lead. So first of all, I want to get more details. All I got from the lead is their first name, last name, and the email. I can go to the three dots. I can click on enrich data. And for liorizik@gmail.com, there was no find. It didn't find anything. So let's change it to my work email. Okay, so let's go here. lior@amazingbusinessresults.com. It's invalid because I have dyslexia, so I can have mistakes. Let's try to enrich the data again. So based on my email, it found out that I work at Amazing Business Results. It gave also it's my assistant email address. That is super cool. It gave the office number, which we have few offices. We have in Cyprus, in the US and Canada. That gave the US one. Also the website URL and the office location in the States. Beautiful. I will click on update and I will click on save. Now, imagine that now you have more information about the lead. Super cool to say, hey, Lior, I'm in Boston right now. It's super cold. I see that you're in Florida. How is the weather right now? You have now a connection point that you can start a conversation. Very nice. We also have some more options, not in Zoho, but we have integration with other companies that we can bring in. When was their last funding round? What kind of industry, sub-industry, what software they're using, tons of stuff we can bring. We call it a waterfall enrichment. More sophisticated and can be done. The system right now is showing me that the next follow-up with this lead is supposed to be today, because I'm shooting this video on December 16. And also it's telling me new lead created, please contact as soon as possible. Also on the bottom, using Zoho Click, I received here a notification that a new lead was created, contact as soon as possible. Okay. If I will go to the leads view, the leads view will show me that I have here Lior Izik as a new lead, just been created. Follow-up is today. Follow-up reason is that to contact as soon as possible. There was no source because I created it manually from the CRM. When a lead comes in, I want to create a playbook. I don't want salespeople to do whatever they want. I want them to call the person immediately when the lead comes in. So in that case, I give my salespeople 4 options. First of all, call answered, which means they are right now on the call having an active conversation. They will click on this button, the system will verify the first name, last name, preferred communication. Do you prefer that we will talk to you over SMS or email? Email, awesome, very good. What you interested in? I'm inquiring about your web design and SEO services. Beautiful. And here I can write more notes while I'm talking to them, okay? Another option, I'm calling right now, and Josh is telling me, Lior, I'm busy right now, call me tomorrow. I will click on follow-up required. I will change the follow-up to tomorrow, and I will change it here. Lior requested a call back tomorrow. Another option is, and this is number one, because no one picks up the phone, I will click, I am calling the person and there is no answer. Now, in my playbook, the salesperson must call at least 5 times before I'm closing the lead. Without 5 attempts, you don't have lost lead. So you can't really fool the system. So I will click, for example, on call not answered. The system is asking if I want automatically to send a follow-up email, follow-up text message and email, or maybe no automation at all. In my case, this is a fake lead. I will click on no automation. Actually, you know what? We'll send an email. And I will click on save. At that point, a follow-up was scheduled automatically to tomorrow. The reason is attempt to call with no answer. If I will go down to the email section, you can see that an email was sent to this person as a follow-up. Everything was done for me automatically. This lead will be gone from the system, and only tomorrow this lead will show up. Now, what happens if someone replies to the email? Now, if someone is replying to the email that I just sent, he will say, hey, sorry, I just missed your call me again. This lead will automatically be changed from the 17, it will be changed to the 16, and the follow-up reason will be email received from Lior. And then it will automatically come back to the system. So this view is always making sure that this lead is always being worked on. Okay, so the first option that I showed you was a non-customized lead system, which means 80-90% of the market working this way, which is fine for some businesses. Before we close the session, if this video was helpful, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon. We're releasing one new video in this mini series every 3 days, and clicking the bell will make sure you don't miss the next one. It also really helps the video reach more people through the YouTube algorithm, especially people who are new to the CRM and want to set it up correctly from the beginning. In the next video, we're going to talk about pipelines and stages and deals and how to design them in the right way without breaking your reporting or your forecasting that you will have in the future. If you are new to Zoho CRM, I strongly recommend you watching the series in order. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.